Hey, Miriel, thank you so much for including your work. I was reading through your writing. Everything's here is making pretty good sense, and it's cool. I'm glad that you went ahead and started. I mean, one of the things that's really important for me is for students to be um, satisfied and content with their work. I think that's really important. So I think it shows a great incentive for you to start over because you weren't satisfied with the first piece. We can see that the GIF was placed up here, but it got severed here. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and take a look at the GIF. I've loaded it up in a browser, so we'll take a look at that. But let's start with the magazine end. I think I'm going to go ahead and open up that guy right there because I want to be able to resize this so that we can see it in the window. That way I don't have to scroll around and give you a headache. Okay, it's a good looking ad. Muriel, it is. I mean, the work that you did, I think you should be proud of this. I mean, I would be. I think it's excellent. Um, nice setup, nice work. Everything looks great. Images look great. Placement looks great. Image adjustments look great. Placement of the logo, placement of the type, everything looks fantastic. Okay, just a couple of recommendations here. Masked image. Yeah, okay. I'm okay with the magazine ad. I think it looks fantastic. Tell you what, let's jump over to the banner ad and take a look at that. Now, there are a couple of issues with the banner ad. Now, the first, and I think the most obvious, is the purple quartz, the masked image from assignment 2-1, this guy right here. That needs to be included in the final banner ad. So we'll need to include that, incorporate that somewhere. I think it's a great adaptation of the magazine. Excellent job. You took good liberties here. I think everything works just fine. Oh, by the way, I changed my mind. I do have a comment I want to make on so this weekly special. So the purple course, that's a headline. That's Arial bold, right? Weekly special is a subhead. So that should be Arial bold italic. And I also think that we can reduce that by a point size or maybe even two. I think right now it's a little too large in relationship to the size of the banner ad. So we can improve hierarchy by reducing the size of the subhead a little bit. And of course, place that in Arial bold italic per assignment requirements. And then the same thing here. This would be placed. And again, this is too big. This almost looks like one line, the purple quartz weekly package, whereas it should say the purple quartz weekly package, Arial bold italic right there, right? Also, again, I think that you're a little large up here, really cramped over here on this side. So part of it has to do with the size of the headline and the subhead. So let's go ahead and reduce that. I also noticed a missing requirement in addition to the mass image from assignment 2-1, we don't have the contact information, which you don't have to include the whole contact information, but definitely want to include the location. So located in beautiful U.S. Caribbean, United States Virgin Islands, or something like that would be just fine. As far as your animation goes, you're showing good proficiency in the animation technique. That's great. The problem is that you're animating this whole paragraph, and this is too much type. One of the most important things to do while transitioning or adapting the magazine ad from the banner ad from the magazine ad is to determine exactly what can stay and what can go. Of course, everything can't stay because the size is so much smaller. My recommendation is to really condense the heck out of this into 1 or 2 lines and then animate that. This you get obstructed here. By the time you get to this word ever, where it already fades and you can't see the text. So my recommendation is not to fade it to complete, so it's completely invisible, but fade it like you have done that. But I think you've even gone a little bit too far. So make sure it remains visible. So have it visible, then have it go to full opacity, and then fade it back again, but make sure it's still visible. And again, just 1 or 2 lines here for that. Okay, so those are my recommendations. I think it's a really good start. I'm so glad you decided to start over in it. And I'm proud of the work too. I would be if I were you. So that's definitely a relevant comment there. So at this point, Muriel, at this point, let me know if you have any questions. Because right now I'm going to request that you go ahead and make those changes and apply those for your final submission, which is coming up in week 7. But between now and then, please let me know if I can make any clarifications or if you have any questions at all. Thanks, Miriam.